This book by David Hawkins is a fantastic book if you are on the path of rewiring your mind, letting go. If you're not familiar with who David Hawkins is, do a little research, see what you think about it. But this particular part of the book reminds me very much of where I was before I started doing the work. And when you think about subconscious self-sabotage being the source of what ails most people, Dr. Gabor Mate is a great source of information for research in the area, but I just want to read this real quick. I hope you find value in it. Escape is the avoidance of feelings through diversion. This avoidance is the backbone of entertainment and liquor industries, and also the root of the workaholic. Escapism and avoidance of inner awareness is a socially condoned mechanism. We can avoid our inner selves and keep our feelings from emerging by an endless variety of pursuits, many of which eventually become addictions as our dependency upon them grows. People are desperate to stay unconscious, and I would add to that, unconsciously. They are unconsciously desperate to stay unconscious. We observe how, to go in there real quick, I had no idea what kind of a mental prison I was in before doing this work. Just to say that, right? We observe how often people flick on the television set the minute they enter a room and then walk around in a dreamlike state, constantly being programmed by the data poured into them. People are terrified of facing themselves. They dread even a moment of aloneness. Thus, the constant frantic activities, the endless socializing, talking, texting, reading, music playing, working, traveling, sightseeing, shopping, overeating, gambling, movie-going, pill-taking, drug-using, and cocktail partying. Many of the foregoing mechanisms of escape are faulty, stressful, and ineffective. Each of them requires increasing amounts of energy in and of itself. Enormous amounts of energy are required to keep down the growing pressure of the suppressed and repressed feelings. There is a progressive loss of awareness and arrest of growth. There is a loss of creativity, energy, and real interest in others. There is a halting of spiritual growth and eventually the development of physical and emotional illness, disease, aging, and premature death. The projection of these repressed feelings results in social problems, disorders, and the increase of selfishness and callousness characteristic of our present society. Most of all, the effect is the inability to truly love and trust another person, which results in emotional isolation and self-hatred. But to reiterate, this is all neuroplasticity. If any of this resonates with you and you want to go the other direction, all you have to do is the work to rewire your mind. It's a real thing. Anybody that desires more happiness where they are, whatever they're faced with, would find benefit in doing this work. And as always, if I can be of any help, do not hesitate to schedule a call with me.
Just you white in me again. Just you white. You'll be sorry.